Viewer, welcome to your reading. I will put the title of your reading at the end or somewhere in between your reading. If you're new to Spiritual Guide and Light, welcome. Okay. This is a new channel. So for all of you who are new to Spiritual Guide and Light, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success of the growth of this channel. Thank you. You can always go to the podcast by clicking the anchor link. There you will find a lot of collective and general readings. Okay. All inquiries, email spiritualguideandlight@gmail.com. It's all about the way you want to do it. And you may not be able to grasp it at this time. It may not feel reachable. You know what I'm talking about, of who I'm talking to. Okay. It may not feel reachable. Okay. It's because you're still scorned. All right. Scorn. Content, feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving. Okay? So scorn, the feeling or belief that someone or something is worthless or despicable. Contempt. I'm not feeling that you feel like you're worthless. I feel like you feel like the world or your situation is making you feel this way. Yeah, they say, gather up your strength, right? We take scriptures from the Bible. We take things that encourage us. And what we look for, right, is for people to come in, okay? There is an innocence, okay? And that's why they want us to tap into our inner child. They want us to tap into our inner child. Because as long as your inner child is alive and its innocence is protected, you will be able to make these new connections. But in order to be able to make these new connections, viewer, you're going to have to release this feeling of the world is against you. There's people that don't even know that you exist, and they're going through the same exact thing. Okay. That thing called things in common, right? A common scorn that's relatable. All right. Speak to thyself. It's not an easy thing to open up and tell yourself that, no, I am not going to feel this way today. No, I'm not going to allow my situation to overpower me. All right. For some of you, the situation is so overwhelming, right? Where your mental thoughts take you to a place that the dark place where it should not be. This healing yourself is not an easy thing to do, because you have to be open to say, yes, that I'm truly going to heal, that I'm truly going to be able to trust life. Some of you are not feeling protected at this time. And some of you are feeling like, yes, I am a victim. And I don't understand why it's not being seen this way. I'm hearing a secret sauce. Okay? There's something that you possess within, and you're not going to be able to tap into it until you truly, truly open up for it. All right? So we have this new connection. All right? We have a new connection here. And I'm feeling like if this is not connecting with other scorned people, you have to be careful with that, viewer. Because if you're not strong enough, you can get trapped in other people's scornness, if that's even a word. Basically, you can get entrapped, and you can get entrapped. Just be mindful who you open up to. Even I can't even say a devil in disguise because it's a learning process. It's a learning process. I'm getting that there's someone, it's not that you don't want new connections. You don't feel, excuse me, you don't feel attractive. Yeah. And you're learning that it's not even about the looks. Okay? Because with this scorn, what you think that is attractive, those people are the most scorned, but they know how to harness being scorned. So for those of you who are being content at this time, it's more so like, this content is more so like, the way that I can put this, viewer, because I'm learning myself too, believe me, learning to connect with myself on a daily, despite of being mocked and laughed at, right? Because I choose to take the path that I am building as a co-creator. You know what? As a creator, okay? A creator of waking up each day and saying, you know what? I'm going to try again. I'm going to try again. And not being in a comfortable place, right? It's a new day, a new connection. This new connection doesn't necessarily have to be with people, okay? This new connection could be a connection with mind, body, and soul. You're learning thyself. You're healing yourself. And then what I wanted to tell you about, and then it's like you whether you know it or not, because you can't see it, for those of you who are in this place of, being content to the point to where you may be feeling like standoffish, or you may be feeling like, I'm gonna just be real, like it's just like fuck the world. You're just like fuck everybody. right? Yes. Life is not fair. Life isn't fair. It's not. And what's not fair is it's normally the closest ones to you. Now, we're not having church here. I'm just doing your reading here. Okay? Everyone has their own style. And that's what you need to understand. And you know who I'm talking to. You need to understand that you need to have your own style. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Some of you are scorned because you're not doing what everyone else is doing. And the people that you want to work with are not supporting. But what did you learn from that situation? Because with new connections, you can't take this scorn with you. Yes, you can tell your story. Yes, you can do that. But you can't take it in the sense of like a high vibrational person is not, they can give compassion, right? Someone just saying, hey, how you doing? I just wanted to check on you, see how you're feeling. You know what I mean? That's normally somebody that is familiar with you. And a simple stranger that just walks up to you, believe me, ain't nobody walking up to you with no sign. Within, let's say you had a help me sign on a corner and you started at 6 o'clock in the morning, you did a full day from 6 to 6. Out of that 6 people, probably only, no joke, 10 people maybe will stop. And out of that 10, probably only 3 would actually give you some money. The other 7, hey, what are you doing? Why do you have that sign? Right? Only reason why I can tell you this, I had a point in my life, right? Because I am a mother of 2. And there was a point in my life where, I had made the choice to take my kids out of public school and put them in a good private school. Okay. And I would have to drive out of town to get them there. And at that time, it was always financial hardship. Okay. Basically, monthly bills, everything was set. So I learned how to budget with what I had. Okay. And then realizing that now I have another adult in my life, right? I was in a relationship. And anywho, if you have 2 adults, right, and you find yourself doing all the hard work, now mind you, the fact that there was moments where, because I didn't have a babysitter, my kids were still young at the time, during the day I would want, the other party to just make sure that while I was work, everything was okay, but the kids were in school, so yeah, the other person could have worked. But unfortunately, what am I trying to tell you? I ended up having to be on a corner with a sign that said, please help, need gas money. Okay? People just passed by, drove by. They were more concerned of, what are you doing? And it simply said, please help, I need gas money. That's what it said. You get what I'm saying? But the moral of that story is I had to be content. I was scorned, right? My, family didn't want to deal with me because of the person that I was with, right? Don't get me wrong. I still, even that same day, I even called my family and said, hey, we need some food. You know what I mean? We need food. And they brought food, and I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you how scorned another person could be, right? The person brought me food for me and my household. Everything that they brought was stuff that they wouldn't even eat themselves. Even if it was an emergency, of non-perishable things. And I was scorned, but I was content, and I took it. But I need you to understand, viewer, be mindful of what you take from people. If your spirit is saying no, do not take it, because it is going to scorn you even worse. It's like being hicksed, okay? That's why you want to be mindful of people touching you. You want to be mindful when people give you food. You want to be mindful when someone says, well, how are you doing? Be mindful of your response, okay? And so, I went through this experience of every time I had a new connection, I thought by me telling parts of my story, it would have brought the connections closer. No, it just pushed people away. Not in the sense of like I had issues. It pushed them away in the sense of like they didn't want to face their own problems. I was getting too close. Okay. So there's something about innocence here. Preserving the innocence, healing innocence within self, and being open to facing the truth. Like the root of things. Why don't you get along with your parents? What is the truth? And when that time comes, the time comes where the story needs to be told. Because with me, it was more so like every connection that I had to let people know of things that were going on in my past. You get what I'm saying? So some of you, you're in a place where you don't want to work right now because you're mentally and physically tired. Are you wrong for being mentally and physically tired? No. No, you're not. Okay? You're not. And it could be difficult. It could be difficult to snap out of it because of being scorned. It takes you, when you're scorned, it feels like an open wound, right? Of being content, of ignoring that wound, and eventually it gets affected. Depending where that wound is, if it's your ankles, you know what I mean? It becomes affected to the point to where you may need your ankles to be decapitated. Could be, your mouth from not poor mouth hygiene. All right. And just, just think of the area, because when I said your feet, it's more so you have to get up and walk and truly knowing thyself. And it's an ongoing learning process. Today may be a good day, but tomorrow may slap you in the face. Okay? Let's see what this stuff is. I don't understand why I was rumbling. My little experience that I was sharing to you, where it does seem like it's all over the place, because it's like when you tell your story, you'll realize that the person you're telling your story, their situation is a little bit worse than your situation, and it puts you in that situation to where it's like, wow, I didn't know, right? Tell me about this new connection. Tell me about this new connection. Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you about. We have the 9 of clubs. Until you get rid of this scorn feels like a thorn. It does. It doesn't feel like a wound. This scorn of being content, right? Of holding it all in. And it's like this 9 of Wands here is telling me that there is no one helping you. Okay. You're doing it alone. Because see the clubs, they're all down. Okay. And your club is down too. Meaning, this is telling me you have actually 2 clubs in your hand. This is telling me that you have everything that you need, but you're not doing it. You're not putting in the effort because you're scorned. You have a thorn. Wherever that thorn is, you can have that thorn on your brow, your eye, your side, your heart, your feet. Okay? There's things that you haven't been able to let go of. For some of you, this 9 of clubs here with this new connection, you're starting to, by accepting yourself of being content in this and being scorned and accepting this, not only are you learning and you're healing yourself, yes, it's like a veil has been lifted. So you're being really picky when it comes to new connections. It's all coming out. It's coming together because I'm channeling all this other stuff. And then sometimes someone told me that when I give my personal experiences, sometimes it can be detrimental, or it can prevent new connections from taking place. I disagree. Mind you, I am a true believer that when a student is ready, the teacher will show up. And I don't have a problem. My stubbornness is not in being content and humble at all. So that's why I said I don't feel like this scorn is a wound or an infection. I truly believe that it is a thorn, many thorns, 9 to be exact. And 2 of them you're holding in your hand. You see? If you can see that. Lost, no direction. We don't know. I don't know where that forest is. But I truly feel like it's in the mind. Lost when it comes to needing to be fulfilled. Because wands, well, these are clubs, right? This is the back end of this new connection. We will look at the forefront of it. These wands here deal with drive, meaning there's a lack of ambition. There's no interest. It's like you're seeing people for what they are, or whoever's trying to come in to connect with you, to relate with you. I really feel like these are people that you'll be able to confide into. Someone that's available, or someone that's willing to actually hear you out and talk to you to help you remove these thorns. And once you're able to remove those thorns, you're going to be able to help others remove theirs. Yeah, the 6 of Swords. Okay. This is taking people's burdens. Okay? Hearing people out. Don't worry. I'll take the weight because I know how to get rid of it. Right? Someone's in trouble. Okay? I'm also getting that someone is alone. Right? You got so many thorns that have scorned you that you don't trust anyone. You don't feel safe. Are you wrong for feeling like that? No. It's the experiences. For some of you, you being content causes you to feel overwhelmed by burdens that you should have learned from. It's like you end the cycle. You remove a burden out of your life, and then once you start contemplating on these burdens, it's like you're giving those burdens permission to reform or to resurrect back into your life. And it feels like they keep resurrecting. This energy keeps coming with new connections, and that's why there's trust issues. That's why you're unable to open up. That's for some of you. Yeah, you're scorned by a thorn. 8 of clubs. Yeah. You don't feel like allowing anyone in because you feel invaded. You feel like they're intruders. The moment that you open up, and then you get the opposite, where you feel like you're being attacked. Okay? That's for someone. All right. What was I getting ready to do? Because my allergies, you don't really see what you've harnessed, the power that you've harnessed within inside you, viewer, is really powerful. It's so powerful that if you don't truly learn how to see this 8 of clubs. Yeah. I'm also saying that this invasion here that you are feeling spiritually, what you are feeling is these new connections coming your way. Okay. And some kind of spiritual team coming your way. I don't know in what form, but it is in a form of a connection. It feels like when you least expect it. Oh, excuse me. I hate sniffling. Hate is a strong word, but I definitely, it's annoying. When I hear someone sniffling, I'm like, get away. But yeah, this reading is I'm hearing it's particularly for 3 people. And that's the thing about being a reader, is when you're being told to do certain readings, you have to do them. And then when you're being told not to do certain readings, you have to. So for some of you who are tarot readers, it's a process. Don't get caught up with numbers and subscribers and things like that. Because believe me, when I started doing tarot, I thought like immediately, okay, if I put in the hard work, the money is going to come in. No, it's going to come. But you got to put in the work. You have to truly open up so that that spiritual team, their soul tribe. And this is it's like they're navigating. It's just giving me hound dogs. Like your spirit team, it's like you have a scent, viewer, in the spiritual realm. All right? And whoever your spiritual team is, you guys all have the same scent. And so when you come together, it's a unit. Okay? So whoever this is, they're coming in. They're coming in to get rid of your troubles, whatever is troubling you. Okay? Removing those thorns. Yeah. Those thorns represent the swords as well. Okay? This new connection that's coming in is going to teach you how to have control over your mind, so that you don't keep replaying burdens that you've grown from. All right, look at that. The six of clubs. Nine of clubs with the six of swords. All right. In the past, you allowed people to take control. You were content for them to only make your situation worse. They were pretending like, yeah, I'm going to help, and they did not. That's where some of your trust issues are generated from as well. You're taking in control of leading yourself. And if you don't know how to do so, that's when you need to say, I need help. So it's okay. Come on, let's say it together. I need help. Let's do it again. I need help. Right? Speak that in the air. Okay? What we call the devil is ourselves. And I'm not going deep into it. Just imagine. Why do you want to have these thorns? If you realize that you have a thorn, take it out. It's not that hard because that thorn is so deep. It's so deep. You need assistance. You get what I'm saying? So people could read you wrong and thinking you are mentally unstable here with the Six of Swords. There's a new connection that's coming in. And they hold you up on a high pedestal. They're not going to tell you that, but you'll know. You'll know. You know exactly who it is. Because this person makes everything feel like, there's no more burden, there's no more thorn. You'll know who it is. This is not someone who just talks the talk. No, this person shows you action and tells you exactly what they're doing as they're performing their action. They're telling you, okay, this is going to hurt, but okay, let me get these thorns out of your hand. It's going to hurt. I'm letting you know. All right? But you're so numb, you won't even realize that this person has removed the thorns in your hand so that you can be able to work again. All right, what's the forefront of this Six of Swords? The Five of Wands. Okay. Don't allow anyone to say that you're a difficult person. Yes, we have difficult people, but nobody knows your story. So if no one knows your story, of course you're going to come off as difficult. Of course, it's compatible with new connections. I really feel like those who you feel shunned you off, right? In the midst of your pain, in the midst of your dark of the night soul, right? In the midst of your isolation, it's going to upset you to see these people act as if they never, ever singled you out, right? It's like it's like someone wants to argue with you so that you will be reliable of why you walked away. It's like, yeah, it's manipulation. But it's not going to work. I'm hearing that. It won't work. I'm hearing that song. It's not going to work. Because it's not adding up. Okay? It's not adding up. All right? It could be a Leo who started this whole thing. All right? We have the Wheel of Fortune here. Yeah, your soul tribe, your spirit team is looking for you. Whatever this scorn is, these thorns, it's giving me like these scorns, okay? These scorns are represented like thorns, okay? By you being content with the experiences that put you into this place, right? This mind state, this stagnant, this, I'm gonna be honest, like you against the world type shit, right? But it's not the world, it's old connections, okay? Whether it's family, exes, spouse, your children, old employers, you know what I mean? You fill in the blank of what it is, okay? They're coming in to fight on your behalf, getting you out of this worry. But are you going to trust this new connection to remove these thorns so that it's like someone's taking you through a royal process, right? Getting you all cleaned up, healing any wounds, getting your mind right, teaching you the things that you need to be taught so you could be ready for the world that you thought was against you. This person that's coming in is getting ready to prepare you for your 10 of Cups. Is it going to happen overnight? For some of you, it could. Okay? For some of you, it could. But old connections will be coming back because they want your 10 of Cups. It could be 5 people. Okay? Because you're not in this 5 of Wands. You're watching people fight over you. I'm also seeing people, certain individuals, literally plotting right in front of you. Or this is you being able to dream. You have a gift of dreams. And that's why you're able to be content, because you already knew what's going to happen. All for your passion. These thorns that you were content was all for your passion. All for your passion. Like I said, your spiritual team, your soul tribe, right? That I'm hearing 3%. 3% is not aligned with you. And the rest you are a part of. Wow. And the world is a big place. So that 3%, wow. If someone is going to teach you Someone is preparing you. A chameleon is being able to adapt, conform. Someone's going to teach you how to. Okay. I'm also getting that someone's going to be reaching out to you, like in the sense of like calling you. And may have to reach out to you through a friend to be able to get to you, because you probably blocked them. This person just wants to hear your voice to see where your mind state is. This is this person, the Six of Swords. Keep no contact. This is like someone sitting here, and then whoever is able to contact you that you haven't blocked, they're going to have a confrontation. It's like leave them alone. All right. There's favor here. All right. I'm going to stop your reading here. I am going to shed light. I have to shed light on your reading. Your reading is very choppy. That's okay. You know, we have those days. You got to be ready to, when the unexpected happens, because I was like, okay, these are the readings I want to do today. I was going to go over everyone's spirit animals. All 12 zodiac signs, those were already pulled. So I said I'm going to do that for October, since, you know, October is here. And then it's like, okay. I said, okay, let me go ahead and start this reading. Okay. That's why a lot of readers, you get burnt out because you're focused on the audience. No, deliver the message. That will follow. Those who are aligned to you will come. All right. Someone's going to help you remove these thorns. All right. And the first place they're going to help you is the thorns that are in your hands. Okay. So that you can be able to work again. All right. It says this, viewer. Creating heaven on earth is happening. Right. Lemuria. Don't forget, love is kind. Love is gentle. And that is you and I.